biggest moments, hottest takes, and the wildest stories from the world of pro wrestling. Whether you're a diehard fan or just stepping into the squared circle, we're here to give you the real scoop on everything happening in the ring.
I'm your host, RJD, and we're about to take a ride through the latest and greatest in pro wrestling. Get ready for all our hot takes, deep dives, and all the wrestling you never knew you needed.
Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button and join What the Wrestling family so you never miss an episode. Now let's step into the ring.
You're listening to the What the Wrestling podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD.
Tiger uppercut.
Are we back? We back. Oh, we back now. You already know what time it is. Listen, everybody, we back. It's getting dark. My light comes in the morning. I don't got it at the moment, but we will push through and talk about these shows all in tomorrow, all in Texas. Go check out my review on that, but let us not waste any more time. Let's go. Yes. Tis I, RJD here. Welcome to What the Wrestling, the show that brings you all things wrestling. Hit the like button. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. What the Wrestling. We got the green screen sort of fixed. As you can see, the sun is going down. So this is gonna be a quick one, not a long one. We're gonna briefly skim through the shows. We're not gonna go through them 120% just because I'm losing light. My light was supposed to come today. It's coming tomorrow, so it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But it's all good. We're not gonna sit up here and bitch and moan about it. But as I always say, hit the like button. Follow me on JD at What the Wrestling on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Follow me also at at RJ699 on the Twitter. I know I'm all over the place.
You stupid.
Don't judge me as I try to get my stuff out and about. Listen, like I said, everything's all good. We're gonna make sure everything is where it needs to be. So, with that being said, nothing to update. There's a hell of a lot of wrestling going on this weekend, so we will get it in where we fit it in. But let's start off with Monday Night Raw. So, Monday Night Raw was okay. We had LA Knight, just running through real quick what happened. We had LA Knight messing up Seth Rollins' perfect night. Rollins, Breakker, Reed, and Heyman opened the show with the promo. Breakker was very mad over how much he hates Sami Zayn and everything that Zayn stands for. And at the end, he will be seeing Sami Zayn later on that night. Bronson Reed said less, but the same about Jay Uso. So he's like, listen, he would hit Jay with tsunamis until he put some respect on his name. I like it. Heyman took the mic as well for Rollins, vowing that Rollins would take out Penta El Cero Miedo in the match. Now, Braun Breaker did beat Sami Zayn with a spear before the match. Karrion Kross attacked Sami Zayn, hitting him in the ribs with the pipe for the second straight week. And for the second straight month, my man is getting more and more crowd cheers. The people are starting to like Mr. Karrion Kross. So Zayn demanded Adam Pearce allow the match to proceed, so that kind of factored into the win, and then he got speared to holy hell and he lost. Jey Uso beat Bronson Reed by DQ when Reed threw a chair and in the middle of the match at Jey Uso's head, so they don't want either guy to lose here. It is what it is. Seth Rollins ended up beating Penta with the stomp. Listen, I told you about that Penta. Stop beating Penta so much. But, Penta losing to Rollins. Rollins is the man right now, so not really too bad. And Rollins used a low blow to set up the stomp to secure the pin. So they protected him a little bit in defeat. So we're not going to be too angry over that. But that's how the show went off the air. So we also had Kairi Sane beating Roxanne Perez and then getting beat up after the match. But Asuka came out and the Kabuki Warriors have reformed. I'm all for it. I like the Kabuki Warriors. But we need an Asuka singles run. Let's not play games. All right, cool. Moving on. Nikki Bella had a video that aired. We had Lyra Valkyria, Bayley, and Becky Lynch all brawling. Lyra, things broke down into a fight, which Lyra got the best of everybody, hitting a Nightwing onto both Bayley and Becky Lynch, which all but guarantees she ain't winning the title. So I think, like I said last night, probably gonna be Becky Lynch retaining. El Grande Americano defeats Dragon Lee. If you noticed, El Grande Americano is a little bit taller. No tattoo in the back of his neck. So yeah, Mr. Gable is hurt, but we plug and play. El Grande Americano is now rocking on out. Shout out to Ludwig Kaiser, who is presumed to be El Grande. Listen, they can really play with this storyline when Chad Gable comes back. So I hope they continue to play with it. And with the loaded mask, that might add. And we had Goldberg dropping Gunther with the punch and saying Gunther got out of there before he got speared to holy hell. So I anticipate a spear, a jackhammer, a kick out, another spear, a spear through the barricade. They're going to probably book this thing just like they booked it with Brock Lesnar the second time. Probably, like I said, under 5 minutes. I'm taking under 5 minutes. With the entrances, this will be about 7-8 minutes. So we'll see. Now let's move to AEW. AEW, as you guys well know, they set up for All In, which is tomorrow. I have not seen Collision yet. I got to go back and watch it. Heard there were some good matches on there. Mercedes Moné and Timeless Toni Storm, they faced off. Timeless Toni Storm she won the promo battle here. Toni Storm steals the show because Toni Storm is amazing. Now, Mercedes Moné is who she is, so they're going to have a banger of a match. But at the end, she tried to hit her with her finish. It didn't really work. Then she said, "Bring it, bitch," or something like that, and they fought. Toni Storm got the better of it, and that was all she wrote with that. Kyle Fletcher and Konosuke Takeshita beat Brody King and Bandito. All I'm going to say is Brody King deserves better.
You stupid.
I can't wait for Buddy Matthews to come back so somebody legit could go beat the Hurt Syndicate. Moving right on along, Ricochet beat Blake Christian. Okay, cool here. Ricochet feels like a dark horse in the gauntlet, but I don't know if he's going to actually win. We shall see what happens. And he has a new faction called the Gates of Agony. They're with him now. That's cool too. Okay, great. Moving right along. So MJF and Mark Briscoe had their little talky talk. They went back and forth. And then we had Jet Speed out there. They stole their tag team titles. So the Hurt Syndicate kind of look like the underdogs, which makes absolutely no sense.
You stupid. Nope.
I don't buy that for a second. My drunk uncles are not. My drunk uncles are definitely not the underdogs here, so that makes no sense.
Oh my God.
But Jet Speed, that's how I know they're getting their ass kicked, because that made no sense. But I really didn't like this because that was kind of dumb. So the final line was too much for a few starting up, but it all went down. But it all goes down. MJF, Mark Briscoe goes beyond All In. So, like I said, this segment here wasn't the best. Briscoe called out MJF for being a redneck, a redneck mockery. Didn't hurt him because he was proud of his life and his family and friends. They didn't really go too hard on the Jay Briscoe stuff. So, as you would think MJF would, but hey, I digress. So, 4-way for the number 2 spot in the Casino Women's Gauntlet, and that went to Megan Bayne, who beat Queen Aminata, the Keela, Ty Mello, and she beat everybody. She's the number 2 entrant. I like Megan Bayne, and I think Megan Bayne is gonna win. I do. I think Megan Bayne is good. She just, first of all, she hasn't spoken yet, and they haven't put her in anything meaningful yet. So when those things actually happen, I think she'll be A-okay. She's bigger, she's taller, she's stronger, and Megan Bayne's gonna be all right. Then we had Samoa Joe beating up Wheeler Yuta by submission. The crowd, shout out to the AEW crowd as always.
Give me a hell yeah!
With the Joe's gonna kill you chants, and I can't wait for Bryan Danielson to come back and knee the holy hell out of Wheeler Yuta just because he can. And then the Death Riders and the Young Bucks versus the Ops, Hangman Page and Will Ospreay. This was grade A shit as always, but the Death Riders and the Bucks win when Shibata took the pin, if I am not mistaken. Backstage, Mox warned Hangman that he would need to truly outlast him in All In coming up for their match. And what I did also like is the Swerve and Hangman sit down, where Swerve was like, yo, I want to raise my kids in that house and you burned it down. And Hangman was like, my kids still have nightmares over what you did. You know what? A couple of months ago, I would have said, screw you.
Get the fuck out of here!
But right now, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say, you know what? I was wrong. You was wrong. That's basically what happened here. Swerve picked up the chain, wrapped it around. So I'm looking forward to that. I did see that clip making its rounds today. So solid show. Not too good. Not too bad. It is what it is. But I am very, very much so looking forward to All In. And once again, All In getting All In getting booked next to NXT. They didn't do them guys in NXT no favors.
Finish him.
TKO. So,
You stupid.
with that being said, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Tomorrow is All In. I will be watching All In. It will be great. Probably gonna bring y'all the review on Sunday, and then on Monday I'll bring you the Evolution review. I'm gonna try and watch NXT as well after All In. I don't think I'm gonna get it all in. Like what I did there. But we're gonna see what happens. It should be interesting, if not anything else. But I am very much looking forward to the main event of All In, and that's what you want. They're gonna have a strong beginning, strong middle, and strong end, because you got the women, you got Okada and Omega, and you got the Death Rider storyline mercifully praying to God coming to an end. So with that being said, that's all I got for you guys today. I am out. I will catch y'all on the next one. Everybody, please be safe. Enjoy. My light comes tomorrow, so you won't have to deal with this dark yellow freaking crap in the nighttime. See y'all on the next one. Peace.